Good morning. Today we don't have any conference stuff, so we're gonna go to the State Penitentiary and the Mutter Museum, but first, breakfast time. So they moved the love statue, but we did find this version. Our first stop of the day, we've now made it to the State Penitentiary. Admissions this way, museum store.
With you just a moment.
Did you do the audio tour?
Yeah, that's included, so you can head.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you can actually like step into the cell. Toilet. Cell block 2, women. 3rd hospital. These ones are 2 stories each. Seven. Oh my gosh, this is like... These are 30 feet. Oh, here's like the exercise room outside. So after the audio tour, we can do like hands-on tour stuff, and we're gonna go to the operating room. Hospital wing with the Red Cross.
This is cell block 3, opens around 1830, and originally was a normal cell block. Eventually it becomes the hospital wing, but ultimately it was originally just a normal old-fashioned cell block. There are 1,200 deaths here at Eastern State. 600 of those were from tuberculosis. So that was the #1 killer inside the penitentiary itself. More than inmate violence, natural causes.
Oh my goodness. All the green stuff is industrialized. No, what was it called?
The operating room?
Yeah, like all the colors that were each green. It was called industrial green or something, because it's like gonna calm institutional green to like calm everybody.
Why would the newspaper be bad?
They have.
So the State Penitentiary was super cool and really cold. Yeah, it was so cold. They had like the craziest one that someone was like in there was stealing a horse
of their neighbor.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like being in prison for just stealing a horse. So now we are gonna have lunch at the Reading Terminal Market. The most beef jerky I've ever seen.
It's good for
hiking.
Yeah. Come around the corner.
Jambalaya
The other
bowl.
side. The dark side.
Ooh. They have like gumbo. Definitely here. Gator on a stick. Where was the one that we actually got though?
The gator gumbo?
Yeah, they didn't like.
Fried mac and cheese balls.
So ended up getting the gumbo. What is it? Gator gumbo. So we just finished lunch at the Reading Markham Terminal and it was delicious. Very, very good. So next we are going to the museum. Like those buildings look so cool. Ooh. Okay, here's this sign that you can't read because it's backlit. Disturbingly informative. We just got out of the Mutter Museum and we couldn't film inside there but saw a whole bunch of like abnormality stuff and
World's tallest skeleton.
the craziest one I thought was all the like amputations and stuff from Civil War times, so that was super cool to see. Now we are on the way to get some Dunkin' Donuts and coffee. Okay, so we went back to our hotel and are gonna get tickets to see the ghost tour. Yes, ghost tours.
Now tonight, I'm going to be telling you guys ghost stories of specific locations in this area that are said to be haunted. Now the stories I'm going to tell you tonight come to us from national park rangers, police officers, people who have worked in these buildings and people who have lived in these buildings. For the most part, very legitimate people. And at the end of the tour, you can come up with your own conclusions, whether or not the city of Philadelphia is one of the most haunted cities in the country. Sometimes when people are standing out back here, they will feel as if they're being choked or like they cannot breathe. Now, in 1777, when the British take over the city, they take over the building and they hang up nooses out back here. They hang anyone back here that's said to be a patriot or distributed any materials against the British crown. Now, if you guys see that statue, underneath that statue was a ditch. They threw all of the bodies into that ditch. Now, when they're leaving, they light the ditch on fire. They say you can smell the rotting flesh from miles and miles away. Those bodies are actually still there. Now at this point, she has her hood up, and he wants to see the face that's behind this hood. So he walks up a little bit closer. One more time, ma'am, I'm a police detective. Can I help you? So he walks over right behind her, whispers, ma'am. So as she's hunched over, he puts two hands on her hood and he takes a deep breath. Ah! There is nothing. There is complete blackness and then she disappears. So he stands there for a second. What did I just see? He goes to work that day. He doesn't tell anyone at the police department what he saw. He's afraid that they're going to think that he's crazy. He calls the owner of this tour company and he says, I think I might have seen a ghost in Washington Square. He describes what they saw and he says, well, sounds like you saw the ghost of Leah. She's described exactly like that. People see her throughout the square here. Very miserable death. Now there are caretakers that live in this home. And they've experienced many things throughout the years. Objects will be moved around.
We just finished up the ghost tours. It was super, super cool. There was this one part where they were like, oh, take pictures or whatever. At this, what house was it? Bishop's White House? Yeah, Bishop's White House or something like that. And there was this one guy and he like had a picture of a woman in the window, which was like super creepy. We're gonna go warm up and go back to that pub thing to get dinner because we haven't had dinner. Jumbo marshmallow. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Today was super fun. It was a super, super, super full day of Philadelphia. I feel like we accomplished a lot, and I am going to eat the things that I picked up. I got a little, like, what was it, marshmallow bar and like toffee biscuit pillow thing. So I'm gonna leave it there. I will see you tomorrow. Night.